everybody, my name's Brenda and welcome to Tangle Break. Today for our break we're going to do this tile here that has different tangles. CYME is in the middle, then we have FESCU, FLUX, which is Rick's version, VERIDGOGH, and ZINGER. And so we're going to use CYME as our base and then go off of that. So let's get ready to have fun and relax and do our tile. So we will be doing the 8 basic steps of the Zentangle method. And step 1 is gratitude and appreciation. And I am thankful for the time that we have found to take a break from our day. And I also am very appreciative of the supplies that we have. So for today, we need a 3.5 inch tile, a Micron 01 pen, a pencil, and a Tortillon. Okay, and one more thing that I'm going to use today is a piece of scratch paper, and just to show you the start of the tangle, and then just as a quick practice. So let's get started. Step 2 is corner dots. So let's go ahead, just put our corner dots on here. And then step 3 is the border. We're just going to draw a line lightly on the side of my pencil, connecting the dots. Coming all the way around. Okay, all right, step 4 is a string. That's a lot of times we've done the different like triangles, different just string patterns. Today we're not going to draw a string because we're going to use the tangle itself as the base to build off of. So step 4 was the string, step 5 is the tangle. So let's just go straight to the tangle. I'm going to use a scratch piece of paper just to show you the base, just so that you can get an idea of it if you've never done CYME. And CYME is spelled C-Y-M-E. Okay, this is CYME. Okay, the way we're going to start, it almost reminds me of like a starfish. So it's going to have 5 tips coming out. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to start with the 5 here, and then we'll work our way in and we'll work our way out. So for this, what I'm going to do is just go then I'm going to come right here and go out to a little point and come back in. Right here, I'm going to go out to a little point, come back out and around, come back in. I'm going to come back out to a little point, come back in. And right here, I'm going to go out to a little point and come back in. Okay, so that's the beginning. That's our base that we're going to do today. Okay, so go ahead and go to your tile, and you can see I'm going to look and see approximately where the middle is, and then I'm going to do exactly what I just did. I'm going to go out to a point, come back in, out to a point, come back in, out to a point, come back in, a little bit of a wave, come out to a point, come back in, go out to a point, and come back in. Okay? All right, we can put our scratch sheet of paper away. All right, so now we're going to build on this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to aura what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to come in and just a little line around. I'm going to come around all the edges. Okay, if I need to turn my tile, I can turn my tile. Okay, there. Now I'm going to go ahead and do one more aura on the inside. This is just how I like to dress it up a little bit. And then we'll work on all the outside. Okay. And then one more, just this little thing right here. It's almost making like a square, and I'm going to color it in. So the inside is done, and then we'll do more when we shade. Okay, so now we're going to aura on the outside here. Let's see here. We're just going to do one aura. Okay, these are my embellishments for sign. Now we're going to keep going. Now we're going to do the outside leaves. We're going to go out to a point and back in where all these little crevices are. We're going to go out to a point and back in. We're going to go out to a point, back in. We're going to go out to a point and back in. We're going to go out to a point and back in. Okay, then I'm going to aura inside this. Aura just makes it a little bit fancier, and it's so easy to do because you're just following what you've already done. Okay, before we go any further, let me just show you the next step we're going to do. Is you're going to come into the middle and go up, and you're going to fill that in. So then it'll really pop out that that's a flower behind. You're going to come out here and just fill that in. So then you're going to see the layers. And then when we shade, we'll make the layers pop again. So I'm going to every little corner, every little V area, and filling it in. And you've already got a fancy design happening here, and we've just gotten started. Just coming in, auraing. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's all we practiced with the starfish design, because after that, everything else just sort of builds on it, and it works out pretty good. So let's go ahead. We're going to do another layer. I come out, go up, and come in. I'm going to find a little place here, go out, come in. I'm just going to where these V's are and just doing another layer of a flower. Okay. Wherever a V is, I'm just trying to put another cap on it. So I'm putting a cap on it. Okay. I'm gonna keep going because I know the reason I did the aura and this is so that I don't lose where I'm at. Because now I know, you see, the furthest one out is a white space in the middle. So then that's why I know to keep going. Go in. So sort of like I go out to a point, come back out. That's all I'm doing. Out to a point, come back out, and then I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, because that's another layer. So now I can go through and I can do it all at one time, give it an aura, and fill in the little valley thing. Here's a valley, here's my aura, fill it in. Here's my aura. Here's my valley. My little V. Space, fill it in. Okay. Aura. and then the corner. Aura, and then the corner. Aura, and then the corner. Aura, and then the corner. Once we have this down, the things that we have coming out of it, says this is the base, just dress it up even more. Okay? Aura, and then the corner. And then we're going to shade at the end to give you your levels. Okay? All right, we're going to do one more going around. So wherever I see a place like that, I'm sort of like aiming that the V area is in the middle of my creation I'm making, my next little layer. So there's a V there, so I'm going to go up around here. There's a V there, so I'm going to go up around here. There's a V there I just created, so I'm going to make it like that because there's a lot of space. A V there, a V there, a V there, V there, and since there is a space there, I go ahead. V there. You can make them a little bit lower if you want to, just because you're going further away. It's up to you. And then we'll make it join here. Okay. All right. So let's do the same thing around this angle, and then we're moving on to our next tangles that'll go around it. So I'm just auraing and filling in the little V. Aura and fill in the little V. And your whole picture will be very weighted right here in the middle. Everything else goes a little bit faster because it's just pieces being added to it. So this is our main focus, so it gets a little bit more of attention. Come back over here a little bit. Okay. Okay, just two more. And then it's almost like I can see underneath the one that's in front of it, so that's why I just picture what it would look like if I peeled that other petal back. So then that part sticks out. All right. Okay, so we're getting it there. All right. So just turn it however you want to. And the next one we're going to do is FESCU, which is pretty fun. We're just going to take go up and then just do a little ball. Okay, so I'm going to come up from this little corner here, just do a little curve and a ball. That's it. I'm going to go here, go this way, do a little curve and a ball. Make sure my ball gets filled in. This side, I'm going to come out from here, do a little ball and curve it. Come out here, Do a little ball and curve it. Okay, here I'm gonna do a little crisscrossing. I'm gonna go this way. And I'm come out from down here and go this way. And I'm still staying in my pencil border. Okay, that's it, that's FESCU, done. All right, so now let's skip over to this corner area, and we're gonna do Zinger, which I think is a lot of fun. Okay, I'm gonna turn my tile, and the way I do Zinger is I'm gonna go up, do a little orb, I don't close it in, and I come back or down. Okay, then I'm gonna go up here and just aura that little area there. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some stripes that graduate down to just a little thing, and that's my Zinger. Okay, I'm gonna fill in this a little bit more so that it looks like it's going up in there. Okay, I'll pull these down a little bit more. So you just sort of just goes off into space, and then I can have like a little string coming off of it, a little like stem part coming off. All right, that's it. That's Zinger. So now let's do some more. I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna do this one wavy, and come out here, do that little oval, or back, and that's where it's connected. Okay, I'm gonna go up to right here and come out around, because that's where it is, and then I can make it go any direction I want it to go. Okay, I like to fill in a little bit of here just so it looks like the stem goes up in there. That's it. Okay, so let's do a couple more. It's just to fill in this little area here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start here and hollybog and go around, do my little orb end here, so it went underneath. Okay, because when you have flowers or whatever, they all go in different directions. And then I'm just gonna just top it, and then fill in this little area here so that the stem looks like it's going up in there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more. Let's go from here this way with like a little orb, and I'll aura it back. I draw my little circle out here. I'm gonna make it go this way. Fill it in a little bit so it looks like it goes up in there. And I'll be shading it too. And this one I'm gonna go this way. Go underneath that one. Do my little orb, aura it back. Aura back. Come around. And then I just sort of like put little curves, and then I'm gonna blacken in where the stem was gonna be. Okay. And then when we shade it, it just makes it pop. Okay. All right. So now let's take this one right here, and I'm turning it. Okay. This is VERIDGOGH, and this reminds me of like a branch. You'll see. It's pretty. This is pretty cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make just like a stalk. That's it. Okay. All right. The next step, I'm gonna just do some very simple limbs coming off of it. Branches, I guess, is the better word. And I'm gonna do it on the same other side at the same areas. Okay. Now here's your layering layering of it. Okay, I'm gonna come right here and just come out like it's underneath. I'm gonna go this way like it's underneath. I'm gonna come over here and it's underneath. I'm gonna go this way and it's underneath. It's just relaxing to picture where it is underneath. I love that. Go this way, just a little one. This way, just a little one. Okay, get the idea. We're hollybogging. Now you can add more and just go underneath whatever was already there. You can add it wherever you want to go. See, I'm adding a little branch here and going underneath that one. Wherever I think a little branch would look cute. Okay, going up here. All right, then we're going to do another limb coming out this side. Okay, we just do one little branch there, one little branch here. I didn't go underneath that because I didn't have to. I'm going to just do the other side the same. Okay, I'm going past the line a little bit, but that's fine. Now I'm going to go hollybogging, as I called it. I can make my branches coming off here whatever length I want. Whatever you think fits in the space. I'm just making sure I go underneath what I already had. Okay? That one's going to go underneath here. Alright, now I can make more and make them even longer to sort of make it go up to the other one here beside it. So I just draw wherever I see that I want one and come back over on this side. Okay. The main thing I'm watching is if it goes behind something else. That's all I'm really watching. And it's just relaxing to go behind things. I love the hollybog feel. Okay. And let's just make one coming out here. A longer one. And we can make one go this way too. Whatever hits you. That's the beauty of it. Okay. All right. So let's keep on going. Now we have this side to do. And this is going to be Flux. And there are two versions of Flux. This version that we're going to do today is Rick's version. And another lesson I'll do Maria's version. And Rick is one of the founders of Zentangle, Rick Roberts, and this is his version. So let's go with Flux, and we're going to start here in this area here. Flux is just going to be like almost like a teardrop, up and around, and then come back in. And then I do a line up in the middle, and then like a couple of dots. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to do for Flux, but I'm going to do several of them, and so it makes a really nice presentation. So I'm going to go this side, bring it out, bring it back in. Up the middle, I do a line. Oh, can you see? And then I'm going to do my 3 dots, or whatever fits. That one, 2 dots fit. Okay? I'm going to come out here, just to add just a spare one coming out. Line in the middle. Dot, dot. Okay? Over here, I'm going to come out and go behind my sign, come up the middle, dot, dot, dot. Okay? Right here, it's going to be like it's layered. It's coming up, dot, dot, dot. Okay? Over here, it's going back behind these. And it's layered, dot, dot. Right here, layered, dot, dot, dot. Got one more in. Okay? And then over here, I'm just going to put one right here, just to fill in the space. Dot, dot, dot. Okay? And I feel like it needs just a little one here. Dot, dot, dot. Okay? And it'll look really nice once we shade it. You'll see how it comes out the middle. Okay. All right. I think that we're in good shape. Okay. All right, so now it popped out, the automatic focus was working. So the next step, step 6, is going to be to shade. Okay, so get your pencil and we are going to shade, and we'll start in the middle here, and the one that's around the blackened in part, I'm going to make that shaded in darker, just because that's going to be like down into our, looks like a flower area. Okay, so I did that. Use my Tortillon and just get that really smooth. Okay, all right, so now let's go ahead and go to the different ones, because where you see that this leaf is above the other one, you know that the next layer is behind. So the next layer is going to have some shade on it. Okay, and then I like to do shade on the edges just to make it stand out from the paper. I'm trying not to go over the black little middle things. If you do, it's okay, but I'm trying not to give it the layers. So if it looks like the one went over top of it, like this is above it, so then I go around it, this is on top. This one was on top, that's why I shaded on the outside of it. So if this is on top, I shade on the outside of anything that's on top. It just makes it sort of more 3D. This is on top, so I shade underneath it. And this is the outside, shade on top. You have the bottom layer. Sort of just sticks out. Shading on top, shading on top, and I'm putting thick because I'm gonna go back with my Tortillon and smooth it all out. And I like it to pop out from the paper, so that's why I'm doing that edge also. Okay, I'll just quickly go around here, doing my layers. And then you'll have enough on your Tortillon that you can go back over it too. Okay, so then I'm gonna do just real light on this next little area here. The next little like starfish looking one, that's just real light. Okay, so that's done. On Flux, I do down at the bottom where the leaves come out, the design comes out on that little place that comes out there. Okay, for FESCU, I just sort of shadow it so it looks like it's above the paper. So I just almost just go over top of it with the pencil. And then when you shade it in, it just makes it look like it's sticking out from the paper. Okay, so then over here for the Zingers, all right, remember we did the hollybog, so if this one is on top, just shade right beside it so it goes over top of the other one. And then I'm going to shade around here and then give like one or two of the little circles or ribs a little bit of shading. So this one goes over top, so I'm going to follow that one so it goes over top of the other one and gives it some shade. Okay, then I'm going to give it a couple ribs here and around the edges. So I'm doing around the edges and then just on the outside so it pops from the white paper there. All right, and then this one sort of by itself over here. So I do a couple of the ridges on the outside here. And it'll make sense when we shade it, it'll make it pop because I'm trying to get it to pop out from the paper. All right, so then the hollybog. Same concept. Remember the first stem we did? I'm going to do it on both sides of that first stem we did. So then that first stem will pop out. And then we'll have enough on our Tortillon that you can just shade up in there however you want to. I'll show you how I'm going to do it. But I'm just mainly doing it on that one stem that we had coming out. All right, so we've got the graphite down. let's go ahead and use our Tortillon. So I'm gonna go around here first, just real light, blending it in. Just blending it in a lighter layer. Okay, all right. So then on our actual CYME with the M, come out to the edges between the level layers. I want to just show the depth. So I'm just, and then on the outside, showing that I just want the levels to, layers to be noticeable. So I'm just going back over it in pencil. I usually give a lot of the tangles an outer edge shadow, just to give it the depth. Okay, starting to see the layers there. Okay, let's go to FESCU. Just going over it, just smoothing out the shadow, just so it just feels like it's above the paper. Okay. For FLUX, Rick's Flux, we'll go around the edges a little bit here. Do the middle, around the edge, just to make it more noticeable. So around the edge a little bit with just what I had left on my pencil. Okay. For VERIDGOGH, I'm just going to go around the side and then here and there. Just put a little bit of shadow, mainly filling on both sides of my stem, and then wherever I think a little shadow might look good, because you can get the layers really well in there. All right, for Zinger, on both sides of my stem, around my Zinger, and then one or two of the spirals. So this one goes on top, so I'm going straight across on top, so it looks like it came across it. Couple of Zingers on the outside of the Zinger. Okay, fill in this outside of the Zinger, this one, couple of the little streaks. Done. And there you have it. And you can look at it in any direction that you want to look at it. Okay. Step 7, initial and sign. So let's go ahead and pick a spot. I think I'm going to pick, I'm looking around, I think I'll put it this way, and I'm going to initial it right here, BS. So B, and I'm going to turn it. This is my chop, initialing BS. Okay. And then you sign it on the back. Tangle Break, and if you want to know, if you're keeping track of the different tangles that we used today. Today was CYME, C-Y-M-E. Okay, we use VERIDGOGH, V-E-R-I-D-G-O-G-H. We used FESCU, F-E-S-C-U. We use ZINGER, Z-I-N-G-E-R. Okay, and we also used FLUX, F-L-U-X, and it was Rick's version. So if you're keeping track, there you go. Those are the ones that we did today, our tangles we did. So in the last step, step 8 is appreciate. And I am thankful for the time we had today for our Tangle Break. I'm appreciative of just having fun and relaxing with some patterns and tangles, and look forward to seeing you next time on Tangle Break. Have a good rest of your day. Bye for now. Bye.